I will not harm you.
And I never have.
Oh, stop it! Oh my gosh, I love them. I love them. Welcome back. I am Raquel Raelynn, and I am an author to these 3 sapphic books, and I'm super excited to be back with season 2, episode 2 of Interview with the Vampire. So we had a lot of great things in episode 1. We got to see the continuation of what happened with Louis and Claudia after they killed Lestat. Basically a failed killing because Louis couldn't go through with it. But they are now free of him, and they went to Romania trying to look for others of their kind. At least that's what Claudia wanted. Louis, I'm not sure exactly what Louis' plans were because he didn't really seem very keen on finding these other vampires. He kept trying to stop Claudia every time she was looking for them. I know his lie was that he was looking for his wife, which was actually a picture of his sister. So I don't know if it was his sister he was looking for. She would be, very old by then, and I don't even remember if she was leaving to Romania, but if she was, then maybe he actually was looking for her. Let me know down below, did she go to Romania, or where was it that she left to? Either way, they're leaving. They found another vampire, and her children weren't in the right state of mind. They were very zombie-like, and the blood was making them sick. She ended up throwing herself into the fire rather than go with them to America. And Claudia was very upset with that because she's desperately searching for other good vampires because, she hasn't met any other good vampires, with the exception to her and Louis. And Louis finally agreed, I will help you find these other vampires. But to know that even if we don't find them, at least we have each other, and that's all we need, which had me crying like a baby. I'm super excited for this next episode with Interview with the Vampire. You never know what's going to happen next. I mean, the writing and the dialogue is just so beautiful, so lyrical. Every sentence, it just feels like so much thought and beauty was put into it. So let's just get started with this next episode. It is called Do You Know What It Means to Be Loved by Death? Interesting. I don't know, that title kind of makes me think that we might see Lestat again, because if you know, you know.
If Claudia and I were looking over our shoulder at all, it was in astonishment. Our skin did not attract the same attention it did in America.
Right, because there wasn't any racism in mid-20th century France.
Oh, I didn't say that.
I think your Algerian inferiors of the time might disagree.
But I wasn't an Algerian. I was an American. And if there was an assumption that I had arrived to blow a trumpet or sing for my supper, it did not register as a slight in those days. I was just grateful knowing no one wanted to lynch me or direct me the far end of the cafe counter.
That's all he was saying, Mr. Malloy.
I love how Armand is so touchy with Louis.
Sentences for the whole session.
We've been together 77 years, Daniel.
47 more than he did with Lestat.
Should we let the math of that settle before continuing?
Keep selling it.
It is curious, though. The Armand is kind of speaking for Louis. Although he wasn't with Louis at this time.
It was the perfect cover.
Yes, perfectly situated. 1 floor above the owners and 1 floor below the students and sex workers, literally encircled by curious and money-hungry motivations. Theatre called Théâtre des Vampires, a company that had been in existence for 150 years.
It's like they're of one mind.
And it still feels like a slight.
Sometimes I want the short answer. You listen to their thoughts. You know what's coming. You take the picture.
Well, if you knew the answer, why'd you ask?
Is it coming together random, choreographed?
Let a brother primp a bit. Let me think I'm deeper than I am.
Is that how you sell yourself?
I'm just trying to get through nice, sis. I shortcut it. You caught me. Take the win.
Who are you, Louis?
Do they even show up in pictures?
Who are you outside of me?
I'm the reticent vampire of the ninth arrondissement. She was giving me permission to explore a life apart from her.
It's Alice, Louis, and Claudia.
Excuse me?
Oh, I see. I've triggered a memory.
No, it's Claudia. It's her journal. Louis needs Paris.
It's 1985. You and Alice are at a brasserie talking past each other, and she tells you she's pregnant.
The fishing rod in the head again?
And you say, yeah. Let's talk about it later tonight.
I gotta knock out another chapter. 1 a week. I leave before the bill is paid. I never finished the novel. I think it was the yeah that pissed her off most. Yeah?
Yeah.
Louis needs Paris. I don't know what I need.
Maybe a new brain in my head. Why can't I tell him this?
Photos are the record of time passing. Outward evidence.
They do not lie, but neither do they tell you a thorough story.
Who are the young men? Vampires?
Those were our young friends. Humans.
Friends, huh?
Some are very old now, most are dead, and some we simply drained for sport. Well, generally me. Louis has his ways.
Someone steady on his feet, but
With a history of chasing the wrong kind of love.
I'll describe it myself, thank you.
Yes.
But with a history of chasing the wrong kind of love.
Well, we're better
They're
to
so
explore
cute.
who you
I
are
hope
to find the right
nothing
kind of
bad
love in a
happens.
public park.
I had lost patience. I was convinced we were being toyed with and I could hold back the coven only so long.
Okay, so Rashid was a part of that. I mean,
I knew the park well myself.
Armand was a part of that
Was
coven.
there, so I was not surprised to find him without the girl. I would confront the elder and make him aware of the ways rogue vampires were dealt with in Paris. His attempt to blend in as some layman, thinking he could fade into the landscape, it was absurd.
This is so different than the way Lestat and
He was
Louis
lovely,
first
handsome,
met.
in the muted lamp.
With violence.
I thought he was going to kill me.
So,
I love them.
Yeah?
you broke the ice. What were the first words of the ancient vampire to the future love of his life?
I will. Please.
They finish each other's sandwiches.
He said, I will not harm you.
And they never have.
Oh, stop it! Oh my gosh, I love them. I love them.
Come. And bring the petite beauty with you. You are most welcome.
It's like a tenderness with Louis and Lestat's interactions. It was like this intense, like push and pull, like passion. But this is just like so. Ugh.
Welcome to the displacement of reason and the excretion of pathetic desires. By that I mean, good evening. What you're about to see is for you an outrage that masks a birth and a rebirth of what is considered.
The rope slip. He's really flying.
Everything you're about to see is real. Remember that when you leave here tonight. You are all complicit, repugnant, and appalling! I love you for it. And I welcome you, even as you disgust me.
She's disrupted the performance.
No. Let her speak, Sam. Let her speak.
Ze gaan vermoorden. De vampiers gaan ons allemaal vermoorden.
This is in English only.
And they all just think it's just fake.
Start again.
My husband.
I'll call him for you, baby.
Suppose the Reaper had a heart that could resist your Belgian beauty. Someone would have to take your place. Your husband? Your son?
I can't have a moeder.
How about him?
She's like, anyone as long as it's not me or my family. Yeah, I'm with you, Louis. What the heck is happening?
What it means to be loved by death.
There's the title.
No pain.
They're gonna like start clapping or something like, hey. Some of them are so confused, like, what?
Waiting for you to humble us with your appearance. I ask you, Maître, was it worth the wait? Oi!
The Americans are here!
Do American vampiresses all wear pastels?
Claudia is the only American vampirist, so I say that's a yes.
And are all American vampires as alluring as you?
No. Louis was expelled for his beauty.
Oh, such a burden, beauty.
We traveled a lot.
As you do.
They're not very good liars.
We don't talk about him much.
At least not
Threw himself into a fire
right now.
in front of us.
And
They're using Louis or Lestat's old story.
And drawn air instead.
I got a question. Who's that handsome man on the wall up there?
With us in spirit, always. Our co-founder and the finest actor ever to walk our stage. Lestat de Leon.
Lestat!
Should have seen that coming. Did not see that one coming.
Yeah, I didn't.
Big red flag, huh?
The biggest.
You must understand.
I understand.
In a community as small as ours, such crossings of immortal paths is expected, perhaps more common than you would think.
And one looked up at the painting and saw that Teresa's dead husband was Roberto. He had eloped with his enemy's widow. It's a telenovela. I mean, come on. Lestat's painting on the wall. Are you kidding me? Really? Oh, and that means That means you knew Lestat before he did.
Yes, Armand knew Lestat.
Wait a minute.
And yes, he was briefly with Lestat.
You both fucked Lestat.
100+ years apart.
They were not compatible.
He tasted like vermouth and annihilation.
You shared a boyfriend. This is great.
I fucked Santiago too, and Celeste and Estelle. Even had an aerobic evening with Twan and Kwang Pham in the back row of a cinema watching Now Voyager.
Did you?
It's repertory theatre, Mr. Malloy. It's how one endures.
Nothing, because you're going to keep that loose head of yours tied. Because I want to go back, Louis.
Are you crazy?
What about the play? When they all pounced on that woman, drained her right in front of their dumb faces? Tell me you did not feel pride.
I did not feel pride.
Yes, you did. Past your empathy for that woman, past your fear of being exposed. Vampire pride. Those Frenchies love being vampires, and they shamed us because we never felt that way, and we fucking should. Armand? Oh yeah, felt his too. Now I know what two blood-fat cocks slapping hands feel like, so thank you for that.
Stop.
Take your people pictures. Worship them in the red light all you want. I want to be with my own. Don't ruin this for me, Louis. I need this.
And I know what you meant to our cherished client, Monsieur de Leonco.
You said mint?
Perhaps he's dead. Or sleeping. I have no confirmation of his actual death and cannot declare him legally dead for years. But, seeing as you are now here in Paris, and the fact that he has made no withdrawal from his account, between us, it is confirmation enough for me to pass this box to you. As instructed in case of, well, I have a client arriving in 20 minutes. You may have the office.
But, that's not the answer he wanted. Secretly, he really wanted Louis, to hear that Louis was still alive. I mean, Lestat. Thought Lestat was still alive.
In the event that you are reading this, something dreadful has occurred, which is not my own death, rather the fact that we both now exist in two different worlds. Do not waste your life seeking revenge on the person or persons who did this. Do not give them the satisfaction of the hunt. You let treachery eat away at them from within. And you go carry on with your living. Know only this, mon cher. You are the only being I trust. And whom I love. Above and beyond myself.
Maybe you should have treated him better, okay?
All my love belongs to you. You are its keeper.
Words can say one thing, but the actions have to match. The actions are the most important.
The veil will not forever separate our union. But it is a thin veil. And I'm always on the other side. Face pressed up against your longing. Lestat de Lioncourt.
Lestat had Louis whipped.
Lestat, Lestat, Lestat. Love of my life, or is it more rebound of my life with you two?
It's a haunting memory Louis just shared with you. What a comfort, your ability to continue pulling humor from his pain. Cathartic.
It's a joke. It's a joke. You serve it up.
Alice is in her third trimester. She steps in gum on the corner of Lou Palatine and Cervondoni.
The old parlor trick.
She makes you scrape it off with a credit card.
It's not a credit card. I have no credit. It's a library
She's wearing that short purple dress you favor.
I like the way she walked in it. She was confident.
To hold her hand in Paris. I wonder why that is.
Hitting the garage door, Louis. All the crap. Have at it.
You worked so hard to get that table right in the corner so you could pull out the ring.
The ring. That's good.
Just at the right moment to surprise her.
Which I did.
And what did she say when you finally asked her to marry you?
In middle school, you stole your dad's Playboy magazine, sold them at recess.
Danny, I'll ask for a third time. What did Alice say when you finally asked her to marry you?
Louis, perhaps we should...
They're psychologically torturing each other. I feel bad for David, despite the fact that he's
She wanted to say yes,
provoking
but she didn't
Louis.
trust you. You hadn't given her a reason to.
What happened next?
This guy's a bit of an a-hole, but I feel bad. He's already dying.
Claudia
Don't
had
kill him any
attended a month of
faster.
performances, and the coven felt she had proven herself sincere. Put your camera away, my American friend. Be one with us.
Where are you taking us?
As far as our petrol will take us.
Azurian hearts beating as one. The rumbling beast of the movable feast.
The estate of the family de la Croix. Whilst their countrymen clutch ration cards, they've made quite a killing manipulating the black markets.
Small firearms in the library bureau.
Enjoy yourselves.
I wonder what happened to
Hey, before the play.
Armand's coven. And how he changed to the soft guy he is now.
I understand you supplement your diet.
I feast human every other night. That's my way. You're not gonna.
I am now where I most want to be.
Been thinking about you off.
Tricky.
What's that?
Us. Coven life can get labyrinthian depths of... It can be tricky. She's something, your Claudia.
Spark in the dark.
Pity she was made so young. Imagine her in a body equal to her mind.
She's managed to it.
Particularly skilled at blocking her thoughts. You must work harder on that. I could help you hone that skill.
Oh yeah? That'd be great.
Good. May I suggest you never visit Roger Habert and Associates again. That sort of inquiry can open all sorts of trouble.
He's watching him.
Armand. Maître is a coven endearment.
I love everybody and everything in this every moment, right? Every now.
Poor Louis, wherever he goes, he's always still so troubled. Oh, there's a little bit of a smile. A little. Well, that was an interesting episode. You can see quickly this season was very different than season 1. Season 1 was very violent and fast-paced. This season has slowed down a bit more. There's still the violence, but not quite in the way it was in the first season. Not as, like, graphic, I would say. And so really all we got from this episode was Claudia is just immediately taken to this vampire troupe, this coven. She's all in it. She's in love. She's finally found a place where she feels like she belongs. Louis, as always, is more hesitant. One, because he's still very hung up on Lestat. He's holding himself back because Lestat is still so much a part of his mind, and he's worried about where he is, worried about whether or not he's dead, all of that. He's worried that this group knows Lestat and why and how they know him, and whether they'll be angry to learn that they killed him or tried to kill him or whatever. Armand is not fooled. He sees right through Louis. He knows that Louis is keeping secrets, that he, has some kind of relationship with Lestat and is following him. But also they're very quickly taken to each other, kind of in the way that Louis and Lestat were, except their relationship is a very different feel to it. But they are both immediately drawn to each other, immediately making eyes at each other, thinking about each other, lusting for each other, like Claudia said. She can feel that. So there's some interesting stuff there to figure out what the relationship Lestat has with this group, what happens to this group. Are they dead now? Are they still out there? Are they a part of those vampires that are wanting to take over everything? It seems like Armand left them, whether it's because Louis convinced him to, let that stuff go, the violence, because the person we see Armand in the present is different than he was in the past. He was still like a very cool, calm, but he allowed the violence. He kind of controlled or ruled over that group, and they were very violent in the same ways that Lestat was. They play with their food. They find joy in torturing humans. So that'll be fun to see and learn about. And then it is very interesting, their relationship with the reporter. There's this very push and pull between them. There's a lot of tension, and I feel really bad because despite the reporter's bad attitude, despite the way that, he really pokes at all of Louis' vulnerable parts and his trauma, I still feel really bad for him. He's human, he's dying, he hasn't lived as much life as Louis has, and his life is an absolute wreck. His no relationship with his kids, his wife left him, or if she ever actually was his wife. Yeah, I think she was. He had multiple wives, but apparently when he first proposed to her, she said no. Anyways, his life is a mess, and he's afraid that he's gonna die with his life still being a mess. And this is kind of like his final thing, his interview is like his last thing on this earth. And so I feel bad that they're not letting him kind of like do it the way he wants to do it, and poking back at him like that. The way he was, shaking and he looked like he was gonna cry, and it made me feel so sad for him. But anyways, I never know where the show is going. It every time you think you're getting close to some kind of answer or truth, there's just like a million more questions piled on top of it. And it's like, are we ever gonna get any of these answers? I don't know, but I'm enjoying the ride, okay? I'm super excited to see what happens next, and I thank you for being here with me. I hope you guys have a great day. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comments below. And We'll see you next time.